Hey folks, Robbie Payne with Chrome Unbox coming at you today with a full review of the Acer Chromebook R13. The device sports an all-aluminum build, full HD display, 360-degree hinge, but its intrigue actually lies elsewhere. It could be considered the first of a new breed of Chromebook built expressly with Android apps in mind. With a lot of these devices coming in the next few months, can Acer carve out a space in what looks to become a pretty crowded market? More importantly, is this the Chromebook for you? Let's take a look. Make no mistake, the Acer Chromebook R13's design feels inspired. It's made of all aluminum, front and back, inside and out, and feels way more premium than the $399 price tag would have you think. It's a bit of a Pixel-esque design with squarish, boxy sides, and it doesn't really look like anything else Acer makes. And that's a good thing. It's not to say that Acer makes ugly devices, it simply means OEMs are finally starting to pay attention to Chromebooks and take design language seriously when it comes to building them. It's not all perfect here, but Acer's done a nice job building a device I like having in front of a client. Solid and smooth, no weird or sharply cut angles. It's comfortable to handle, it's thin, modern, light, and easy to throw in a bag. The port selection on the R13 is fair. Lots of access with a single USB-C, a single USB-A, full-size SD card, and HDMI port. We also have a standard headphone microphone jack and Kensington port. Downward and sideward firing speakers look and sound really good, giving it really full sound in pretty much any orientation, be it tent or tablet mode. Speaking of screen orientations, this device, like many other Chromebooks coming soon, is a 360-degree convertible. The hinge allows for all the customary modes, laptop, stand, tent, and tablet, and Acer's done this for some time, and honestly nails it with the R11. The R13 I tested is a little bit wobbly. I don't touch the screen that much in laptop mode, so it didn't really bother me, and honestly it could have just been a one-off issue. Every device that we see out there may not have the same wobbly hinge. Given how well the R11's hinge operates, I'm inclined to think that's the case. The screen itself is quite good, decently bright, and viewing angles are pretty good for a device in this price range, and its glossy display, being touch, is going to pick up a lot of fingerprints, so have something close to wipe it off. Outdoor viewing is possible, but indoors is where you're going to get the best experience. Things stay sharp, though a little bit small on a screen that has a native resolution of 1920 by 1080. For me, I'd rather have a 1600 by 900 screen, or 3200 by 1800 like the HP 13G1, but that's a discussion for another day. At 13 inches, 16 by 9 display makes for an awkward tablet mode. It's kind of large, and it's really tall when held in portrait mode. The iPad Pro comes in around 13 inches, but its square design makes it feel less unwieldy in the hand. Holding a device this large with this orientation in portrait mode is just plain awkward. I'd also love to see Chromebooks start getting the bezel size down just a little bit. For convertibles, I know we need a little bit of bezel, but they're kind of large. Overall, though, the screen performs well and really wasn't an issue. The trackpad was good as well. Again, I had a little play in the trackpad, similar but not nearly as bad as the HP 13G1. That is a little tough to explain. It feels a bit like the trackpad's hovering just a fraction of a millimeter above the actual click element. So when you go to click, there's a slight depression before you actually click the button. It makes it feel almost like you're getting a double click as you go to actually manually press the button. And I've seen this before in isolated situations with different Chromebooks, different makers. So I'm inclined to think that this might not be an issue for other R13s out there. On the other hand, the surface of the trackpad is actually really good. It's not glass, but it still slides around very well even after hours of use, keeping all those oils off and delivering gestures and pointer tracking like a champ. It's one of the better trackpads I've navigated with on a Chromebook. Aside from those weird click mechanics, I really did enjoy using it. Internally, we're met with a unique processor in the MediaTek MT8173. This processor is making its debut in the R13, and it's holding its own. Getting octane scores of around 10,000 and handling multiple tabs and multiple screens with ease, the processor's actually been a delight to use, and it's easy on the battery. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this guy. Let's tackle what we'll call the temporary elephant in the room. This device is built and marketed around Android app support, and unfortunately, as of this review, is still not shipping with that in the stable channel. Granted, you can go to the beta channel and enable Android app support, so we know that the support for the Play Store is not far out. Right now, though, out of the box, you can't play Cut the Rope or run Microsoft Office apps. Not yet, anyway. We assume support is coming for this very, very soon, and maybe by the time you watch this video or read this review, it will already have made its way to the stable channel. And we think maybe the delay in Android apps could hurt sales of this device for a few weeks,
but really it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. And most of this isn't on Acer anyway. They made the decision to go ahead and pull the trigger and get the device launched, even though Google seems to be a little bit behind on release of Android apps for this particular device. None of this changes the fact that the R13 is well built and can still do all of the things that Chromebooks have been doing really well for years.
At the end of the day, the question always becomes, should I buy this device? And the answer to that question honestly has never been more difficult to give. I will say this, the Acer is well built, it's quality, it's attractive, and it's got a good price tag. It's got a lot of things going for it. Android app support should be around really soon. So I have no problem saying, yeah, go ahead and buy this device. I think you'll be happy with it. I think you'll enjoy it. As long as you're not the type of person that is always looking at the horizon and around the corner for what's next and what's the newest and what's the latest and greatest, I think you'll be really happy with the Acer R13. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Down below, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, we'll see you.